What's up guys, I'm Jake from JacobTubeHD, and before the main chunk of this video starts, I just want to mention a few things. Shout out to Khare. If you don't know who she is, she's a big YouTuber with over 2 million subscribers. She does stuff on her channel like Challenge Accepted, where she trains in a field for a month and then actually, does it in like a final challenge thing. She also does series like MK Ultra. She has a podcast called Mission Accomplished, and she also has a HBO Max show called Karma. And she shouted me out on the latest episode of her podcast, which I'm truly honored for that. Thank you so much, Michelle. Really, it's so amazing the fact that this big YouTuber shouted me out on a podcast, and it's just so surreal just going on Spotify and hearing my name. That's just ridiculous. So go check out her YouTube channel. Go check out her Twitch, because she also does Twitch. Also go check out her Discord. You can find the link to the Discord on her Twitch channel, but go check her YouTube channel and her Twitch channel will be in the links in the description below. Go check her out. She's really amazing. She's an amazing content creator. And also, by the time I'm recording this, this is the latest episode of her podcast. If not, if this releases when a new episode comes out, the episode of her podcast is called Our Wedding Plans, because she does the podcast with her fiance Garrett, and that podcast was about their wedding plans and about their engagement. So please go check them out. I'll put the links to the podcast, her YouTube channel, and all that stuff in the description. Please go check her out. And also, if you haven't, please go check out my StoryFire trailer for Jacob Reviews YouTube Originals. I'm so proud of it, and I'm hoping it gets picked up. That'll also be probably in the annotations at the end of the video. So yeah, let's get into the video. So pretty much in this video, I'm going to be discussing some of the shows I grew up with. And yeah, I kind of just felt inspired to do this because I randomly get through these nostalgia phases. Like every once in a while, I just have like a random nostalgia phase. And so I'm kind of now nostalgic about some of the stuff I grew up with, like some of the shows I grew up with. So I'm going to try to do this in multiple videos. If you guys want to see more videos, this one's going to be about Nickelodeon, because that's the main network. I was really into Nickelodeon growing up. So yeah, this is going to be talking about some of the Nickelodeon shows I grew up with. And pretty much anything from the first show I remember watching growing up all the way up until 2015. That's what's counting as the shows I grew up with, because after 2015, that's when I started stopped caring about the majority of the shows that came out. There are still some shows that I was kind of interested in, which I'll also talk about some of the shows that I was interested in after that time period ended, but it's just pretty much just, I didn't really care about a whole bunch of the shows on Nickelodeon and Disney and Cartoon Network. So yeah, the cutoff is 2015, and so yeah, let's get into probably the longest portion of this video, which is going to be me talking about all the kids shows I grew up with, all the Nickelodeon shows I grew up with. And I'm not going to go in depth about all of these because it would just be a very, very long video. There's probably going to be some that I go in depth on, but I'll probably just say some quick things about them for a lot of them. So yeah, let's get started. So pretty much whenever I look up on my laptop, I have a list of all the stuff of all the shows and stuff. So yeah, if I look up over here, that's just because I'm looking at my monitor just to see some of the shows. So the first one on this list is obviously SpongeBob SquarePants. I put them in order of release date, except for a couple of them because I forgot about 2 of them. But yeah, so SpongeBob, I feel like every kid, from my generation, I feel like every kid knows who SpongeBob is. Every kid at least either knew who he was or watched the show growing up. I feel like everybody has seen at least an episode of SpongeBob, and so yeah, SpongeBob was a huge part of my childhood. It was a really funny show, and I've seen the recent episodes, and they still crack me up occasionally. They're still kind of funny. Fairly Odd Parents, I did like the earlier seasons, even some of the seasons with Poof with the baby. The show did kind of like decrease my interest as it went on. I mean, it's no longer on the air, but you know, when they introduced the dog and then the other girl, when they introduced the other girl, I forgot her name, but it was kind of like Timmy had to share his Fairly Godparents with the girl, and I was just like, that's when I kind of just dipped out and watched it occasionally. But yeah, and also throughout my entire childhood, I thought the show was called The Fairy Odd Parents and not the Fairly Odd Parents. I swear to God, I thought it was called The Fairy Odd Parents, and then I realized it was The Fairly Odd Parents. So that's something nice to know. iCarly, it was a really good show. I actually really enjoyed iCarly growing up. It was kind of like the YouTube before like being a YouTuber was a mainstream thing. Before I even really knew what YouTube was. When I was watching that show, I didn't really know what YouTube was. I think like a year after it ended was when I found YouTube. But yeah, it was a really good show. I thought it was hilarious. And Penguins of Madagascar, that was a show. So I was a big DreamWorks kid. I was really into DreamWorks animation and their movies. Like, I have all the films behind me on the DVD shelf. But yeah, I just really enjoyed anything DreamWorks, and I remember really liking Penguins of Madagascar, the show. I haven't seen it in a long time, so I need to see if it still holds up. Fanboy and Chum Chum, I remember a lot as a young child. It was a weird show. It was really a weird show. Like, now thinking about it, it was a weird show. It was really weird. But my child brain enjoyed it. Big Time, oh my God, I was such a huge fan of Big Time Rush when I was younger. Oh my God, I absolutely love Big Time Rush when I was younger. I haven't seen it since it ended, but I was a really huge fan of it. Victorious, it was a good show. I never really cared for it as much as I did with like iCarly, but it was still a good show. I just don't really like those like teen I don't know how to describe it, but I don't really like those kind of shows. But Victorious, it was fine. Planet Sheen. You see, there's a lot of weird Nick shows I remember growing up, and Planet Sheen was one of them. I once again, I haven't seen any of the show since it ended, but I think I enjoyed it. Yeah, I think I thought it was funny. Tough Puppy. Oh, that was a good show. It was from the same guy who made Fairly Odd Parents. And yeah, I thought it was a really funny show growing up too. House of Anubis. So this is one of the shows that I remember being on the air when I was growing up, but I never really cared for. I never really cared for House of Anubis. I think it's grown like a cult following now, but I've just never really cared for it. Super Ninjas, another show I didn't really care for. Power Rangers Samurai. There was like a bunch of different Power Ranger shows on Nickelodeon. I think that was one of the first ones. But Power Rangers Samurai, that I think that was the most I've ever been into Power Rangers. That and like Mega Force, which is coming up on this list. But yeah, Winx Club, I never cared for it. Bucket and Skinner's Epic Adventures. Another show that I didn't really watch growing up, but I remember it being on, and I just didn't really care for it. I don't think I found it funny, and I don't think I would find it funny now. Yeah, Kung Fu Panda, Legends of Awesomeness. Again, I was a big fan of DreamWorks. I really enjoyed the Kung Fu Panda films, and so when I was younger, and so I like the show. I've seen some episodes of it on like Nicktoons and stuff recently, and it holds up decently. It's fine, but just yeah. Fred the show. Okay. I don't like it now. Now I don't like it. I think I enjoyed it when I was younger because I didn't at that time when Fred the show was a thing. I didn't know that Fred was a YouTuber. I didn't know that Fred was a character on YouTube. I just knew him from the movies that he did on Nickelodeon, like the three Fred films. But yeah, looking back on it, it's also another weird show. How to Rock. I think I remember watching it, but now I just don't really care for it. Legend of Korra. My opinion on this is gonna piss off people. I never really cared for Legend of Korra when I was younger. And I don't think I haven't seen Legend of Korra or Avatar since, but I never really cared for either show when I was growing up. Because I don't think Avatar was on the air when I was younger. Avatar The Last Airbender. I do remember the movie of that coming out, but I never saw it. But Legend of Korra, I just didn't really care for it. You gotta see this. I don't think anyone remembers that, but I do. Because it's just a random show, it's just stuck in my brain. Robot and Monster. I don't remember much of it. I do remember that, like, they made, like, buttons in, like, a button factory, and, like, they had, like, a weird pet. I don't know. It was another one of those, like, weird shows that I watched. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show. I actually, I really like the 2012 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show. I remember, I think, like a sneak peek of the episode, of like the first episode, or kind of like the first half of the first episode, kind of premiered the day my mom and my stepdad were getting married. And so I remember I was just like, I ain't going until I finish this episode, because I was really enjoying it. And yeah, I really enjoyed TMNT. I kind of fell out of it as the later seasons came. But, like, season 1, I was, like, fully hooked on the show. See Dad Run. It was, like, one of those, like, Nick at Night shows no one really cared about. I mean, I remember, like, some of the Nick at Night shows from, like, in the morning. But the stuff like Full House and George Lopez. That was on in the morning, right before I went to school. Full House and George Lopez. Marvin, another stupid show at Lucas Kershake. I think I liked it just because the fact that they had a Big Time Rush episode, but that was about it. Power Rangers Megaforce. I wasn't really into the main Megaforce. I think I was really into Super Megaforce because that was kind of like all the like Power Ranger series, like, you know, they really were like honoring the legacy of Power Rangers, but that was about it. I didn't really care for me. I started dipping out of Power Rangers because they just had the same, like, repeating format of just, like, you know, a monster comes, they have to defeat the monster grows bigger, and then again, the Zoids, I think that's what they're called, and they destroy the monster of the week. But yeah, I just, after Super Megaforce was when I think I just stopped caring about Power Rangers because it was just the same thing over and over again. Wendell and Viini, I don't remember much about this show other than the fact that it existed. And I don't think anybody else remembers the fact that it existed. Monsters vs. Aliens, again, a DreamWorks fan. I obviously enjoyed the show. Sanjay and Craig, it was a lot of fart jokes, but, you know, the mind of a little child is that farts are funny. And so I enjoyed Sanjay and Craig based on that fact. Now, I remember I went to this, like, place on vacation called Storyland, and they had, like, a green snake, and I think I still have him, like, right back there in my closet. But I remember we got this green snake, and I gave it a name. I named it Craig. Entirely based on this show. So yeah, Sanjay and Craig. I think it's still funny. It's just that the fart jokes don't get me. Which is the majority of the show. Sam and Cat. I actually really did like Sam and Cat growing up. It was kind of like iCarly and Victoria's kind of coming together, and that I kind of really liked that. Yeah, I enjoyed Sam and Cat. Awesome as TV. Well, this was before I knew they were a YouTube channel, and also this was kind of like a sketch show. I think it's stupid now. I think I enjoyed it back then. Yeah, the Haunted Hathaways. I don't like it now, but I think I enjoyed it a lot back then too, because it was on like every Saturday night. And the two shows I forgot about to put in the list earlier, was Brain Surge and Figure It Out. It were like the two game shows that had the same host. And I actually really enjoyed those game shows when I was younger. I think those were my first experience with game shows. So yeah. Rabbids Invasions, I don't think I really cared for that. I know now that it's based on like Rayman Legends and the characters in those, like the Rabbids, and I and I never really cared for the crossover that they did with Mario in that game for the Switch. Instant Mom, another dumb Nick at Night show. The Thundermans, I really enjoyed the Thundermans. I think that was kind of like the first indicator of just like, I'm gonna be a Marvel fan. Was the Thundermans. Yeah, I really enjoyed the Thundermans. I like the dynamic that Phoebe and Max had. Every Which Way, I thought it was a piece of shit. I thought I fucking hated Every Which Way back then. I still hate it to this day. I can't believe it got 4 fucking seasons before it ended. Breadwinners, another show that's mainly just fart jokes, but I think I enjoyed Sanjay and Craig more than Breadwinners. Webhead's another game show I don't really think I cared about all too much. Henry Danger. Henry Danger is a really good show. It actually is a really good show. Henry Danger was the only reason why I've still been watching Nickelodeon, just because I wanted to see it end. Or like I wanted to see how it ended, and it ended fucking amazing. It had this amazing like 4-part finale that I like really enjoyed. And I looked down over here because of the iPad notification, but yeah. It had an amazing 4-part finale that I really enjoyed. So yeah, Henry Danger was a really great show. It was also funny too. Even like the newer episodes have gotten me to laugh. Nicky, Ricky, Dicky, and Dawn. I don't really care for that. I think I enjoyed it when I was younger, but then I started falling out of it. Yeah. Max and Shred, a stupid show. I didn't really care for. 100 Things to Do Before High School. I actually think I did care about that, because like Henry Danger and like 100 Things to Do Before High School, both of their like first episodes, both of their like pilots were like movies. Were like supposed to be Nickelodeon original movies. And then later they announced, hey, we're doing a full series. We're doing a series based on this. But yeah, I don't think I really care for it now. React to That by the Fine Bros. I think this was when I knew they were a YouTube channel. I think so. I'm not sure, but yeah, I know the Fine Bros haven't been the best creators, because they've been under a lot of hot water with React World, now all those recent controversies that they've been in. I enjoy their videos. I didn't really enjoy the show. I don't think I watched all the episodes. I think I saw like one episode and that was it. Belle and the Bulldogs. I kind of enjoyed it, but not really when I was younger. Power Rangers Dino Charge. Once again, just this was when I started not caring for Power Rangers. And also like, because before, like, I actually kind of did like the teen characters, like, you know, the characters before they like go into like Power Ranger mode and start fighting bad guys. This was the first time where I was like, I don't like these people. Like, I don't like their characters. And I also, you know, with the other Power Ranger shows, I don't like their characters either. I think they're stupid. So yeah, Make It Pop. I fucking hated that. I hated that more than Every Which Way. I hate it so much. And there's other Nick shows that came out after like my cutoff date, where it's when I stopped caring. this was kind of in my phase where I was starting to not care, but there was still some shows coming out that I did like. Harvey Beaks, I did enjoy that. I don't think I really watched it that much when it first started airing, but when I saw it on Nicktoons, as I was starting to kind of fizzle out Nickelodeon and was only watching it for shows that I enjoyed, I started kind of enjoying Harvey Beaks. Yeah, I kind of like that. I kind of like it. Talia and the Kid, I don't fucking care for that. There's some Nick shows I fucking hate. There's some live action Nick shows I fucking hate. And that's one of them. Along with Every Which Way and Make It Pop. Pick Up Banana Cricket. I didn't really care for that one either. Yeah, this was when I started fizzling out. Alvin and the Chipmunk. Oh my god, that Alvin and the Chipmunk show. I swear they can't do anything right with Alvin and the Chipmunks for this generation. The other Alvin and the Chipmunk films, they aren't that good. I mean, I only kind of like them just for nostalgia because I liked them growing up, but that's about it. And yeah, this show is so stupid. This show is so stupid. And also the road trip movie, that was kind of stupid too. I haven't seen it, but it looks stupid. Game Shakers, I was kind of invested in, probably because they had a bunch of YouTubers pop in on the first episode, like Lasercorn from Smosh Games and Pro Jared, who I was watching when this show premiered, which I kind of stopped watching his content. I haven't unsubscribed from him, but I kind of stopped watching Pro Jared, even though he's kind of also been in a controversy last year with cancel culture and stuff, but yeah, I did enjoy Game Shakers quite a bit, yeah. And then Wits Academy, it's a spin-off of Every Which Way, and I also fucking hated it. Hated it just as much as Every Which Way. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of 2015 for Nick shows, which is kind of when I stopped caring. But yeah, there's a few Nick shows that I did actually care about after that date. And I do have them in this list. So yeah, let's just read out these Nick shows that I did care about. So yeah, here's some just some Nick shows that I did enjoy after I stopped caring about Nickelodeon. School Rock, I thought it was decent, but I still watched it every Saturday night that it popped on. So yeah, I kind of enjoyed it. I think looking back on it, I don't really kind of enjoy it anymore, but yeah. Loud House, I actually do, I do kind of like the Loud House. I mean, yeah, I kind of don't really care for it anymore. But yeah, the Loud House, it is a decent show. It is okay. It is enjoyable. If it was on the TV, I would be okay with that. Bunsen is a Beast. It's another show that I didn't really watch while it was on the air, but I saw it on Nicktoons, and I did enjoy it. I did enjoy Bunsen is a Beast. Yeah, it was enjoyable, but that ended. It was made by the same person who made Tough Puppy and The Fairly Odd Parents, but yeah. Night Squad, I kind of cared about. I didn't watch every single episode, but I occasionally watched it, and that kind of counts as I cared about it. There's so many Twitter notifications and stuff like that popping up on my phone and my tablet while I'm recording this, but okay, we're just gonna roll with it. But yeah, Night Squad was something I kind of cared about. I mean, I know they did a crossover with Henry Danger, and I did enjoy that episode, so yeah. Double Dare, the Double Dare reboot. I did like the Double Dare reboot because I like the idea of the original Double Dare. I don't think I've seen the original, but it is a good show, and so the Double Dare reboot, it is good. I'm glad that they got Mark Summers back, who was the original host of Double Dare. He's not the host, but he is kind of like a side host, because I don't really care for the main host, who's Liza Koshy. Yeah, I just don't really care for her content. I respect her, but I just don't really like. I don't really enjoy her content or like her style to like comedies, but you know, if it's what gets the kids interested in Double Dare, then then I'm totally cool with that. But yeah, I like the rest of the show. It's just the one thing I don't really like is Liza as a host. Because there is some good YouTuber hosts for shows like James Charles, an influencer, and you know Michelle Khare and Karma. But this show, nah, I don't really. I don't think Liza did a good job. Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I've only seen a few episodes of Rise of the TMNT, which is the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle show, but I like it. I like it based on the few episodes I've seen of it. You know, I do like the 2D animation style. I really do like it, and yeah, it's an enjoyable show. The All That reboot. I love the All That reboot. I'm glad that they got the original cast members back. To reprise some of their sketch character roles, like, you know, Kel Mitchell and everyone else. But they also got these incredible new kids who are in the majority of sketches, who are pretty much the main cast members of the show. And yeah, these new kids on All That, they're enjoyable. I actually think they're funny. And so yeah, I actually think that the All That reboot is pretty funny. The Are You Afraid of the Dark reboot, I actually really do like it. Some of the shots look kind of weird because originally it was supposed to be an Are You Afraid of the Dark movie that was supposed to go into theaters, but they scrapped it and decided to make it a 3-part miniseries. And so some of the frames are kind of like stretched a bit because they were originally like the traditional like film aspect ratio, but besides that could kind of get a little annoying. But besides that, I really love this show, and I think it looks so beautiful. And yeah, and I'm so happy because it got picked up for another season. At first, when I thought it was just like a mini series, a 3-episode mini series, I'm just like, oh, this is all we're getting of it. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad they're doing another season of it. The Casa Grandes, it's a spin-off of The Loud House, and I put it on the same level as The Loud House. I kind of think it's enjoyable, and when it's on the TV, I'm just like, I don't care. But I do like The Loud House more. And then lastly, Danger Force, which is the most recent one. Literally, Danger Force premiered like this year. Like a week after Henry Danger ended. This is a spin-off of Henry Danger. But right after it ended, like a week after it ended, Danger Force premiered. And I do like Danger Force. I definitely feel like it continues the spirit of Henry Danger. And there's only been a few episodes released so far of it because they only shot a few episodes of it before COVID happened and they had to shut down production. But yeah, I really do enjoy it, and I'm glad that there's some people from the original from Henry Danger crossing over into this show. And yeah, I can't wait to see what happens next with Danger Force when they're able to get back into the studio. And so yeah, that's all the shows I grew up with and all the Nick shows that I currently care about. You know, that have kept me hooked on Nickelodeon. Let me know if you want me to do another part to this, because if you guys want me to do another one of these, I'll do it for Disney Channel and then Cartoon Network. So yeah, let me know if you guys want to see more of some more shows that were a part of my childhood. Because this list that I have on my laptop, there's also the Disney Channel shows I grew up with, and the Cartoon Network shows that I grew up with. So yeah, let me know if you guys want me to do more of these. Like I said in the beginning of the video, check out Michelle Khare. Thanks for the shout out, Michelle. Go check out the podcast. Go check out the episode of Mission Accomplished where I'm shouted out in. It's on YouTube. It's on the Mission Accomplished YouTube channel. It's also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and I think it's available other places. Just go check anywhere podcasts are found to see if it's on there. But I know it's on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, so go check it out there. Go check out our Twitch. Go check out the trailer for my StoryFire series that I'm pitching, Jacob Reviews YouTube Originals. Please go check it out. Show your love and support. I'm really proud of this thing. I'm like, out of all the videos I've made, this is the most proud I've ever been of a video. So please go check out the trailer. It would really mean the world to me. Hopefully it gets picked up by StoryFire. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you follow me on my socials at JacobTube101 on Twitter, Instagram, and StoryFire. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, JacobTube fam. Alright, I'm a fucking idiot because I forgot to say to subscribe to me. Legit. I was just talking about how you guys should go check out Michelle Khare. I forgot to say subscribe to me, so make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for more amazing content. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Go check out Michelle Khare and her podcast, I almost said Mission Impossible. Go check out Michelle Khare and check out her podcast, Mission Accomplished. Go check out the trailer for Jacob Reviews YouTube Originals. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, and follow my socials, Twitter, Instagram, StoryFire, at JacobTube101. So for real this time, peace out, JacobTube fam. See you guys in the next video.